I want to sharply pose the question of the shape, feel, tone, and ambience of a university by seeking to examine the critical but unwritten, the crucial but unspoken, the life-changing but unofficial, the exclusions by inclusion, the taming that is sometimes disguised as teaching, the mimicry that is sometimes disguised as radicalism. In other words, I want to look at the factors that make up the real university curriculum. And so I want to take you on a journey to the year 2040. So let me welcome you to the South African University of 2040. I stand at the main entrance of that dream South African University. It has 125,000 students. Unlike the universities of 30 years ago, our university has no gates, no access control system, no perimeter fence, no walls, no cameras, and it has no fixed academic year. It is a borderless university, which is an outward embodiment of the nature of the African university at this time. Instead of security guards, we have robots, which remember when you last entered the university and greet you in perfect Setswana and Xhosa. We also have a few campus guides, among whom are graduates in architecture, in history, in African studies, and in cultural studies. They will take you around the university. The physical open spaces of the university will be a metaphor for our approach and our conception of the pursuit of knowledge. In terms of this conception, knowledge is not a finish and clear commodity, ready to be deposited and deployed. Instead, knowledge is an open-ended product of dialogue and interrogation. At the 2040 University, knowledge is not understood in the singular, and it never starts with a capital K. Rather, there are countless knowledges and many knowledge systems. There are knowledges about the knowledge enterprise. There are knowledges about the knowledge phenomenon, knowledges about how we know, as well as the myriad languages of knowledge. Our classroom, which contains movable chairs and collapsible tables, have the shape of an African rondavel hat. But that is not all. The 2040 South African University brings the classroom to the student in more ways than one. Through the delivery of learning material online in 3D, kitchens, dining rooms, bus stops, and work offices have become extensions of the classroom. In the South African University of the 2040 era, students can learn in any language they choose, and they can graduate when they are ready to. So can they write exams when they are ready to. In each and all of these senses and more, the South African 2040 University is above everything else a place where the pursuit of knowledge is unleashed with ferocious abandon. The absence of surveillance, human or technological, at our South African University is a deliberate reversal of the Huxleyan and Orwellian premonitions and admonitions about the deliberate and intentional manufacturing of a perfectly stratified and completely acquiescent citizenry. It's also designed to signify the importance of the unimpeded, relentless, and never-ending search for knowledge and truth. At this university, students are taught not only to think freely, but they are deeply and deliberately disturbed, troubled, stirred, and encouraged to be restless and relentless in their pursuit of knowledge, so that they both create and solve problems. To learn in the South African University of 2040, the students are invited to summon all their brain and heart muscles, as well as every sinew, every ligament, and every tendon in their body. As Mahatma Gandhi once observed, and I quote, "The principal idea of education is to impart the whole education of the body, mind, and soul." End of quote. At the end of their stay at the South African University of 2040, the students will be mentally unshackled. They will have the will to go on to become more than mere obedient civil servants, more than diligent yet submissive corporate officials. Our 2040 university sits smack in the middle of the village, right at the center of the inner city. This way, the university is integrated seamlessly, materially, geographically, and philosophically into the heartbeat of the local community, even as it seeks to make its unique global contribution. The gardens of the physical South African University of 2040 are landscaped with the African flora. The open spaces are sculptured in the shape of the ancient African design of the great circle of life. So are the classrooms, the arenas, the great halls, and the student residences. The architecture derives its inspiration from the ancient universities of Egypt, Mali, and Ethiopia, in honor of those who constructed the ruins of Zimbabwe, Mabwe. Some buildings will be built on natural stone rather than bricks, and the engineering faculties will be inspired by the ancient metallurgical crafts of Mapungubwe. More importantly, the internal spatial arrangements will be designed to promote the spirit of inquiry, dialogue, and human dignity.